could have the big one with me, just for this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. After the disastrous performance last night, it can only get better. I lost my spectacles last night and brought up the wrong pair. I went out distressed about 1 o'clock. I met a gentleman who he says, I've got 3 or 4 pairs in the car. I said, I could probably use one of those. I said, what do you do for a job? He says, I'm an undertaker. Eventually, we found the right pair of spectacles, but I'd like just to share with you that after that burst of indifference from you, my headmaster always described me as a triumph of nerve over talent. Well, I'd like just to... No, that is all right. I can manage. Thank you. No, please. Now, I want to dedicate this to all the gentlemen and ladies I've put in custody. No, actually, I couldn't get my car out of the garage the other week, and the car, it was an up and over door, and the car had reverse back, and the door was a little bent. He says, my neighbor came along who wrote this song. He says, haven't you got a friend who's got a spade or maybe a crowbar? I said, oh yes, I've got lots of friends. Well, why can't... I says, why can't you ask one of them? I said, they're all in custody. Now, you're not going to be... Oh gosh, it's such a treat tonight. So I do apologize for last night. It was diabolical, and it, as I say, can only get better. Now, I dedicate this to my next-door neighbor. Michael Redaway used to sing with the Shadows. He sung, oh gosh, he sung with, his program is the Red Rock Music. He is a 60s singer, you know, a bit out of date, unlike us. And so I'm dedicating it to Michael. He'll be having a transatlantic call. He'll ask me how I got on. I'll say, as usual, disastrous. Right, could we have some music, please? I'm a banjo-playing barrister from Northwood, and I'd like to play as well as George could. So I'll practice every day. If, like George, one day I'll play, I'll be plinking and a-plonking and a-plinking, so to say. I've got a banjo-lele in my hand. Now I can be the leader of the band. Just like my favorite mangoes, my band can play their banjos, and the crowd will holler, "Inti grand, inti grand, inti grand." It's so grand to hear my banjo-lele band. Inti grand, inti grand. It's so grand to hear my banjo-lele band. I've defended men for plonking and for plinking, and once a well-known judge for too much drinking. I'll defend my right to play my banjo every day. I'll be plinking and a-plonking and a-plinking, so to say. I've got a banjo-lele in my hand. Now I can be the leader of the band. Just like my favorite mango, my band can play their banjos, and the crowd will holler, "Inti grand, inti grand, inti grand." It's so grand to hear my banjo-lele band. grand, ain't it grand? It's so grand to hear my banjo-lele band. All the girls are so impressed when I start playing. A megastar I am, so they're saying. Pretty ladies, me they seek, and my case comes up next week. But I'll plinking and a plonking and a plinking, so to say, I've got a banjo-lele hand. Now I can be the leader of the band. Just like my favorite mangoes, my band can play their banjos. Crowd will holler, ain't it grand? All together, ain't it grand? Ain't it grand? It's so grand to hear my banjo-lele band. Ain't it grand? Ain't it grand? It's so grand to hear my banjo-lele. Nice to hear my banjo-lady. Fun to hear my banjo. Don't you like my banjo-lady band? No more